How we doing? It's Mailman Nick. Follow me on Instagram at Nick Venti. If you enjoy this content, please give me a thumbs up. Don't treat me like a 204B over here. And obviously, these are my own thoughts and opinions, and I do not speak on behalf of the Postal Service. So I'm still recovering from this cold, and I was out in the cold all day long, so that didn't help. But I got my fruit smoothie. I'm getting my vitamin C. I'm, trying to get some rest here in a second. But shout out to Matthew for his question. He wants to know how I load my trucks from the Promaster to the LLV. Right now I'm in a Promaster because my route's all walking, and most of the Promasters are assigned to all walking routes because you don't do any curbside or mounted or cluster box, anything like that. So the handle on the side door of the Promaster on my Promaster is broke. So I don't work through the side, I work through the back. I always put, so I work out of the back of the Promaster, right? So I always put the mail first. DPS, cased mail, and then third bundle. It's a lot easier to put packages around that mail. And plus with the Promaster, you got shelves. It's a lot more, especially this time of year when you got a lot of packages, those shelves really do come in handy. And the heat definitely comes in handy too. As far as packages, I load it's like the first hour and a half. I'll put it like right next to, like right in the vicinity of, like right in the back of the truck. So I'll put it's like 5 or 6 relays the first hour and a half. I'll put it right next to the mail, and I'll group them by street and group them by relay. If I'm really trying to be more, organized, I'll use those tubs, and I'll put the first relay, the deadhead, in this tub, and then the next relay in this tub, and then tubs are a great way to be organized in the back of the truck. But since I have the Promaster, I don't really got to worry about space, and because there's plenty of space in the Promaster. But I'll usually group them by street, and say I finish that hour and a half, I'll bring the next hour and a half, I'll bring that up closer to me and organize it then. Because, in the middle of my route, I'll kind of put like 3 relays together on the shelves. A lot of people don't like how I organize my truck, but it kind of makes sense to me in my head. I know where everything is. For like 3 or 4 relays, I'll put them on one shelf, and then 3 relays on this shelf. And then once I'm at that point, or the start of that, like if there's 3 relays, if I'm on that first relay, I'll bring it down, and I'll bring all those packages down and organize it then. Because I could put them in the tubs, but like I said, I just throw it up there. We hit the load truck feature to make sure it's, we hit it, and then it'll say section, whatever. I don't have to do that, but they want us to do that. They want us to click the load truck feature. If I didn't know the route, I definitely would use it because it's very helpful when you know what section this package is in, because there's certain streets that might be on the beginning and then also the same street on the end of the route. So the tubs are very helpful. The load truck feature is very helpful. Putting stuff and knowing where it is and remembering. It's not like second nature to me. Like, I know I put the packages over there. In my head, I'm thinking of all the packages I got. It's really become second nature. But Promaster, like I said, it's roomy. It's a lot easier to organize in the Promaster. In an LLV, I really like to get LLVs with 2 shelves. Even 1 shelf is ideal, So if there's no shelves, it kind of gets a little more difficult because it's harder to organize. When you have shelves, you could put like the ending of the route packages on the shelf, and then the middle on the other shelf, and then in the beginning on the base level. But I don't work out of the back in the LLV. I definitely use the tray up front. I'll put on that tray up front in the LLV, I'll put DPS, case mail, third bundle, and then up front with me, I'll have my lunchbox with water, some snacks. If I'm doing curbside, I'll usually bring the packages up and put them on the side. That's why I don't like the mattress. I really only use the mattress a handful of times. One thing I didn't like about it, there's not a lot of space to put packages in that cage. I can't stand that cage. The LLV is actually my favorite delivery vehicle to deliver out of. Like today, I was supposed to get an LLV after my route because my extra had mounted, but there was none available. So I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna walk. It was 15 minutes of mounted, and then it was 15 minutes of mounted, and then like 40 minutes of cluster boxes. So um, I just did it in the Promaster. It took me an extra half hour, but extra money. But with the LLV, try to get one with shelves if you can. I know there's certain LLVs are assigned to certain routes, so it's hard to like pick and choose with that. But having the ones with the shelves is ideal. Um, the main thing I like to look for is streets. I like to put streets together. If I'm the load truck feature, if they're in the same section, the same street, I like to put those together. I put them in the tubs if I don't know that route. Um, if it's the end, I just put it on the shelves. I worry about it later. When the LLV is condensed, then I'll start to worry about those packages. Put them in street order and things like that. So, um, it's you'll find your own system. You will find your own system. Some people like working out of the front of the LLV, like they put all their like the beginning of the route. They'll put that towards the front of the LLV, so they, especially in the wintertime, they could just take those packages out. They don't gotta go all the way in the back to get the packages, like in the wintertime when it's really cold. Some people like doing that. I don't really care. I just put, to me it feels best when the stuff is like right at the end in the back of the LLV. Some people like in the front LLV. It just you'll find your own system. You'll find your own system, and see what works for you. Try different methods. See what's more comfortable for you. I got a system down. There's a method to my madness, even though sometimes it looks a little sloppy. I know where everything is. So just experiment with different things. Ask carriers what they do. But yeah, that's what I do with the LLV and Promaster. I only use the Metris like less than 5 times because I'm usually in the Promaster or LLV. But we're getting more and more Metris. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Matthew. Everybody has their own. Everybody has their own system. You just gotta find the one that fits your delivery style. Cause I'm kind of chaotic and crazy, so like my packages are all like jumbled. But if it was a route I didn't know, then absolutely I would organize it by with the tubs. I'll organize it by street. I'll organize it a lot more like Tetris instead of like just thrown everywhere. Because I'm on my hold down now. I know that route like the back of my hand, so I put everything. I kind of just throw it in there, and I know where it is. So, but yeah, thank you guys all for watching 8 minute video. I try not to make these videos long. I know you're like me and you don't got time to watch an 8 minute video, but thank you guys all for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe. I can't wait to get to bed. My dog's barking now. She probably sees there's something going on at the school across the street. She likes to bark at all the people. But thank you guys all for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one.